Yo, Pink Shirt Day. What is Pink Shirt Day? We're going to learn about the history of Pink Shirt Day, the history of the color pink, and we're going to display art and we're going to talk about it. 59,000 and more kids have been helped by the Pink Shirt Day program across Canada. 1 in 5 kids experience bullying either at school, at home, or as social interaction activities, such as this one. This is our first NLCC Adventure Pink Shirt Day. We definitely hope to do more. And pink rocks. Pink was the favorite color of men during the Renaissance. Wednesday, February 24th marks Pink Shirt Day, a date when each year Canadians are asked to take a stand against bullying and to make a stance public by including an article of pink clothing to their ensembles. So today, as we can see, we're all wearing a little bit of pink, and I'm glad to see everybody wearing something pink. So this screen here says no bullying, and we have a contribution here from the sister of a cadet, which is really cool. I love that drawing right there.
Yes.
All right, Wednesday, February 24th, 2021 is the day, so it'll be next Wednesday. Thousands of Canadians wear pink to show their support for safe and inclusive schools, workplaces, and community, including our cadet program. This year's theme is Be Safe, Be Kind, and Be You. Okay, this reflects the origins of the Pink Shirt Day, which began in Eastern Canada 13 years ago. And here's another drawing. This is by LC Siddiqui. Siddiqui, do you want to talk about your drawing?
Sure. I mean, it was supposed to be pink but for some reason it came up as orange. Anyways, but the one thing I would basically like to cover is the message, and it's bullying is a key that opens no lock. So, I mean, if you bully someone, you're not getting yourself and the victim of bullying anywhere, and you're just making them feel bad, and that's not right. Because everyone has the right to feel safe, the right to feel wanted, and the right to be themselves.
Absolutely. Be
Correct.
safe, be
Good
kind,
job, good job.
be you. Yes, very good. Oh, experience. All right, so there was a question. In 2007, 2 Nova Scotia students took action after witnessing a younger student being bullied for wearing a pink shirt at school. The students bought 50 to 75 pink t-shirts and encouraged schoolmates to wear them and send a powerful message of solidarity to the bully. How did Pink Shirts Day started? So here we go. I'm going to show you this video. It's a very, very short video.
The history of Pink Shirt Day.
And it is a laggy video. It's supposed to be this way.
Children, teenagers, and adults across Canada and around the world celebrate Pink Shirt Day. On this day, we send the ultimate message of kindness and acceptance to people everywhere by wearing as much pink as we can. But why do we do this? 10 years ago, a boy at a high school in Nova Scotia wore a pink shirt to school. Some boys thought it was cool to bug him about this, and it turned into bullying. They made rude comments. They laughed and said that pink wasn't for boys. They made the boy feel embarrassed for wearing the shirt. 2 other boys saw what was happening and knew it wasn't right. They knew that words matter, and they decided to put a stop to the bullying. They texted their friends with their plan. It was a good plan, a secret plan. They went to a thrift shop and they got about 50 pink shirts. They used social media, not to add rumors and bullying, but to stop it. The next day, over 100 students arrived to school wearing pink t-shirts. This peaceful act told the bullies to stop. They didn't use mean words, they didn't fight, they used their wits and came up with a really cool plan that stood up to the bullies. By doing this, they filled all sorts of buckets and made not only their school, but our country a kinder, safer place. The ultimate message to the bullies was, bullying is not cool, it stops here. In our school, kindness rules. It's up to you and me to create a school and a society where we can have compassion for one another. Creating a classroom, school, playground, and a community of kindness and acceptance is cool.
That was pretty cool, wasn't it? Very cute
Yes, it
video.
did.
You can actually hear from the guy that created the video. There's the founder. He created Pink Shirt Day. So let's hear a little bit from him.
Yeah, so Pink Shirt Day, the first one was in 2007. A young guy, brand new to our school, CK, so he was a grade 9 student, walked in wearing a pink polo shirt. No different really than any other shirt I've seen, any other pink shirts I've seen. Just, we all sit down that first day of school, we're gonna I'm gonna wear that, and we go. And that's the exact thing he did in the morning. And he walked to the doors, and a group of students seen him wearing pink, and they immediately started calling him gay. Immediately started pushing him around for wearing simply, a pink shirt. Me and David Shepard, the other co-founder of Pink Shirt Day, we heard about this and seen what this student was going through, and we immediately said that we have to do something here. We have to do something for this student. We have to show him that, us being grade 12 students at our high school, we're seniors. We're supposed to be the leaders. We're supposed to show, the younger, we're the Gators. We're supposed to show, the younger Gators, the way our school runs and the way we want it to run. And for this grade 9 student, it was, I don't want to come back to school tomorrow because I'm now the target. So me and DJ, we thought we needed to do something for him. So we went out that night. We bought 75 pink women's tank tops. We bought pink pro wrap for sports stuff, just to make headbands and wristbands. We went on Facebook, and at the time it was MSN Messenger, and we just put it as our status. We, just tried to send it to everybody we could, not to support me and DJ because we weren't the most popular guys, but to support this issue, stand up for this kid who didn't deserve it, show that, we can make a difference for him when we stand up in numbers, kind of thing. And we called school administration. School administration had said if anything happens, if there's any fights, if there's any incidents, that we could face expulsion, that all of this would be on us. And DJ just instantly, didn't even hesitate. DJ said, "We're still doing it." And that was DJ. He was just fist up. Let's just go into this thing. I wasn't worried about being expelled. It probably would have been a great vacation outside of the bullying. So it was just kind of something to me that I thought this will be the best fight I'm ever going to fight in, if it's going to happen. And this young kid I just seen as being me. Being bullied for the clothes he wore. I was bullied for the money we didn't have as a family. The way I was in sports, whatever. I just seen this kid as being me, so I really wanted to make that difference for them. We were of a school of about 1,000 kids. We showed up the next day, probably about 700 to 850 kids showed up wearing pink. It was incredible. It just kind of showed the spread of bullying, that there was a lot of people in our school that was being bullied and picked on, that everybody had kind of experienced this in one way or another, directly or indirectly. And it was just really powerful. It was really powerful to see the student walk through the doors the next day not wearing a pink shirt because he didn't want to be picked on 2 days in a row for wearing a pink shirt, and he didn't know what the response was going to be. He knew we were doing this. We saved him a pink shirt to give him once he got to school, so that he could continue to be part of this, because this started because of him. It was just incredible to see how a group of students, a group of young people, could kind of band together, all issues aside, to support this student, to support this new Gator. It was, you could just see when he walked through the doors, the weight that was lifted off his shoulder. To know that he wasn't going to continue to be the bullied kid in school, that he was going to be, just another kid at school, another student. He was going to be able to live his life.
Making a difference since 2008. Through the sale of shirts, $1.5 million has been raised for a number of anti-bully programs, including Kids Help Phone, Kids Safe Project, Boys and Girls Clubs of Canada. And according to pinkshirtday.ca, 1 in 5 kids is affected by bullying. And last year, more than 59,000 youth were impacted by Pink Shirt Day funded programs. All right, a little history of pink. All right, so a little quick history of pink. How pink was once a
When I
boy
say
color.
the word girl, what are a few images that pop into your head? Let's keep this PG. You might think of dresses, makeup, and especially the most girly color of all, pink. Go into a store, and anything marketed for girls is usually painted in a coat of bright, hot pink. In the West, ever since we were kids, two colors meant two things. Blue is for boys. Pink is for girls. Even those dumb gender reveal parties announced the unborn baby's sex in a display of blue or pink. But what if I told you these colors actually used to mean the opposite? That's right. A century ago, pink could be the color for boys. Blue could be the color for girls. How could this be? Well, the concept of these colors meaning boy and girl is newer than you might think. The colors of genders begins with baby fashion. The clothing a baby receives is the first trait that a newborn really has, and the rise of pink and blue as colors for boys and girls begins with how parents dressed their newborns. So when did this pink and blue concept even begin? 16th, 17th, 18th century? How about the 1950s? For most of human history, gender color for boys and girls wasn't even a concept. There are other ways to separate gender, like dress or societal role. Babies, unsurprisingly, don't have societal roles. They're just babies. As Joe B. Paletti says in her book, Blue and Pink, Telling the Boys and Girls in America, people at the time just saw them as babies. The idea of associating them with a sex may have been uncomfortable, at least until they started looking like their gender. There usually wasn't even gender clothing for children before age 7. The dress was unisex, which is why we see so many pictures of baby FDR dressed like a girl.
That was the
Gender
president of the
colors
United
followed.
States.
Pink and blue began as just baby colors, unisex, like the 19th century dress FDR had to wear. From the Victorian age to the 1950s, if something was baby-related, it was usually colored in pink and blue, regardless of gender. Pink could be for a boy, blue for a girl, and vice versa. The largest deciding factor for what color a baby wore was hair and eye color, pink for brunettes or blue for blondes. So why these two colors? Why pink and blue? What led to these two colors becoming the default baby colors? We associate colors with a certain trait or emotion. The fury of red, the darkness of black, purity of white. Blue is calming and tranquil. Pink, however, what does pink mean? Pink wasn't even defined as a color until the 17th century, and ever since then, it's been associated with two seemingly conflicting ideas. At first, it meant seduction and romance, but slowly, over centuries, it somehow became associated with innocence as well, like childhood innocence. We see it used in the portrait of Sarah Moulton. There was at least a common idea that pink meant youthfulness. Pink and blue became associated as youthful colors. In the Victorian age, it became popular to dress all babies in pure white. Pink and blue came from the decorations used to spruce up the white uniformity. Both colors varied depending on the child's appearance, regardless of gender, which we can see in this painting of Queen Victoria with a newborn Prince Albert in pink ribbons. The debate over which colors meant which gender only existed in small instances over decades. It was certainly no national debacle. It was merely limited to the articles of mommy magazines and catalogs arguing for the most suitable color for newborn boys or girls. Opinions on the matter were mixed. Even by the 1910s, there was no universal consensus, and for a time, the majority consensus was actually the opposite. Pink was for boys. Blue was for girls. The logic stems back to the traits we already associated with colors. Blue is calming, peaceful, and gentle. It only made sense that this was the color for women, who were seen as docile. Pink was more vivid, to show a boy's boldness. To the British, pink was seen as a light red, preparing a boy to eventually don the red military uniform of the Empire. So, what shifted pink as a distinctly girl color and blue as a boy color? The answer is muddled. There was no significant time across the world that blue and pink became distinctly separated. But for the sake of time, let's just discuss the United States. In the US, the answer lies in capitalism, mass markets, and World War II. After the war, the culture of the military and dark colors became associated as masculine. With the opposite effect, brighter colors were seen as dainty and feminine. Blue was the darker of the two baby colors. Pink slowly became a female color as a result, a gradual cultural shift. It became a perpetual cycle in a way. Darker colors were more masculine, so pink and blue were separated over that. Light pink for girls, blue for boys. Over time, a boy wearing pink clothing was seen as unmanly, and the association stuck. The mass market of 1950s America then kind of took off with that. With new medical technology, parents could know the sex of their baby before birth. This encouraged them to buy clothing before its birth. It became financially profitable for companies to make exclusive colors for boys and girls, in blue and pink respectively. And that's the story of blue and pink, two colors we think of as opposites, which easily could have switched places had things gone different. There isn't some natural reason why we associate these colors with boys and girls. At the end of the day, it's simply the product of post-war, mass-marketed purchases for baby clothing. So next time you go to one of those annoying gender reveal parties, just remember, those colors easily could have meant the opposite. Like this video and subscribe if you have not done so. This is Cody of Knowledge Hub.